Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review. Today, we're gonna take a look at the figure. It's the Safari Ltd 2017 Feathered Velociraptor. Now, Velociraptor, which name means sweat thief, is a genus of the dromaeosaur dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period, about 75 to 71 million years ago, but is now lived in Mongolia. Now, the length was only at about 1.5 to 2.07 meters, 4.9 to 6.8 feet long, and weighed about 14.1 to 19.7 kilograms, 31 to 43 pounds. Now, Velociraptor is a member of the dromaeosaur family. This includes that Achillobata, and most of all, the Deinonychus and Utahraptor. Velociraptor had a sickle-like talon to proceed to lunge at its prey like a hawk rather than slashing towards victims. Velociraptor, like most other dromaeosaurs, may have also covered in feathers like birds, and is also perceived as known as a group hunter, meaning it can only hunt down in loose gangs rather hunting in packs. However, the Velociraptor uses its raptor restraining order, which means it may take down prey if they were targeted. And also, it lives alongside with Oviraptor and Protoceratops. It is a carnivore, meaning it can eat meat. Also, the feathers are used for the gliding in case it needs to. Now, it was depicted in Jurassic Park as a large beast who was the size of a grown man, now in reality around the size of a modern-day turkey. Now, it was also a locking fight between the Protoceratops when they got buried alive, and it's also because of two of the specimens. Now, for a sculpt for the Velociraptor, I think this Velociraptor is a perfect example. It looks more bird-like rather than reptilian-like. And there's also a relative called the Kuru, which is another relative of the Velociraptor, but I still like the feathers of these, so the sculptation is a perfection to be the least. And yes, it's a thicker version of a Velociraptor of its nose too, and yes, very cool looking, and I believe this particular raptor has its own uniqueness apart from them, which it's a very simple if you ask, but still an ambush predator to be the least. Well, it's impressive for the sculptation, which the sculpt looks nice, and I like that. And the pose is actually very nice indeed, like it's challenging for a Protoceratops. Well, in case if it hunts to, well, it's very nuisance since this had two species of Velociraptors, like Velociraptor mongolensis and Velociraptor all smaller scale, which is very specific for the raptor. And the details is actually very nice on that animal, which is a perfection to be the least. And yes, I know everyone likes the Velociraptor, but hear me out, they're just feathered creatures belonging to Coelosauridae, Coelosaurians, which means they're closest relatives to birds. Now, this one is no exception because it looks very nice to me, and I think it's very good to me as well. And I think it's talk about some usual ones, like the color scheme. They put in a lot of effort to create some bird-like animal like that, so like the Velociraptor. It had orange-like colors, including the brown colors of its wings, and had white spots in it, and the same thing. And also, there's also the same thing on the tail, which is very nice to me at the time. And I believe, and the white underbody is a perfect example, including the greenish legs. And I believe this is a good example of the raptor, which is a very examined on that. Especially that the head looks more like an actual Velociraptor rather than a Jurassic Park one. And I think the tongue is sculpted very nice to the Velociraptor. And the teeth is so white it looks like it's a perfection. And I believe this Velociraptor is a perfect example, to be the least, for example. But still, the eyes is perfectly orange like the rest, and I think it's a very nice addition on the raptor, and everyone gets the respect. And I believe the accuracy on the Velociraptor is amazing, to be the least. It looks look more like a real raptor rather than actually in Jurassic Park. And I kind of like the feathered raptor because the real velociraptors could have feathers and around the size of a turkey. Now, let's take a look at the rule and let's give this velociraptor to a measure. And in terms from the length from the tip of the tail of his tip of the snout, we're looking at about, as you can see, it's only at about 8.5 inches, and which is only at about, as you can see, it's only at about 21.5 centimeters, and our height on top of the head, we're looking at about almost 1.5 inch, and which is only at about 5.5 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'm gonna bring up some other Velociraptor figures, but I'm not bringing a Utahraptor nor Deinonychus. I'm gonna bring up some usual Velociraptors. Here's with the Papo 2016 feathered Velociraptor, and I think it fits with Shredder and the other one known as Switchblade, and they two getting along at sometimes. And another comparison here's with the Carnegie 2015 Velociraptor. I think just like this one's also covered in feathers. And another one is the Jurassic World's counterpart, the Blue, the Velociraptor. I think she perfectly fits because she was scaly. This one's covered in feathers. And the other one is the Schleich Velociraptor, and was released in none other in the literal year. And I think these raptors do have some different abilities, but still, the number was that raptor in 2014. And another one is the literally Papo knockoff Velociraptor. I think these raptors can actually doing very well at some point, but I'm gonna link all 5 in the description box down below. And I'm gonna give this rating on this raptor a 10 out of 10. Very nice addition, and you can recommend if you need it. So anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss a video, and leave a comments below. Now see you for another review about the Safari Ltd 2014 Hippo. Goodbye and see you all next time.